Welcome back, rail fans. This first train here is our good old friend 16R. And what would a video be without this train? 16 is daily Binghamton, New York to Ayer, Massachusetts manifest freight. Its lead unit is an SD60E. Its second unit is an ET44AC. In this video, we'll see many ET44ACs. And the third unit is an SD70 ACE. And speaking of the ET44AC, here's two of them right here. These two ET44ACs were built in 2016 and 2017 respectively. Behind them are two SD60Es rebuilt at Juniata, a WFRX SD70 Mac, aka a former BNSF Mac, on lease to Norfolk Southern, and SD70 ACE number 1133. This was train 11R. 11R is south to Binghamton, New York out of Ayer, Massachusetts, and is the southbound counterpart to the 16R that we just saw. One of his main commodities is trash. This trash is bound for Alabama and can be used to burn for electricity. This train also carries petroleum, boxcar loads, and salt hoppers. And sometimes this train will even have auto racks, which it looks like tonight's train does have a long line of racks at the back. What's cool about the auto racks is that you can find old auto racks from road names that don't even exist, like TFM, Conrail, and you can find brand new auto racks with fresh painted ones from UP and a brand new CPKC rack. And over the years, I've seen Grand Trunk and Burlington Northern. Both road names have faded into history. The next train we would get would be that Friday, and it was another 11R. This 11R had the same power from our 16R at the start of the video. The SD60 is 6952 leading the way. I was not alone for this train, as my friend Brandon came down from Sydney and we watched this train pass through the center of Bainbridge. Today's 16R has its salt hoppers at the front, along with some other goodies in its train, like this former Norfolk Southern covered hopper. We don't get too many NS hoppers, even though the line is owned by Norfolk Southern. NS hoppers usually travel in unit trains. Even though the garbage containers may say MSC or Mayors, they're not owned by them anymore. They're simply leftovers and have been bought by another company. The new company has ripped the roofs off these intermodal containers and made them into dumpsters, essentially, that can be stacked. The next train would be the next morning, as in 16R made a rare daylight appearance. 16 as of late has been a night train since we're in the fall. He had an AC44 C6M and an ET44 AC. This 16 might have been a back lot, as the only thing he really had were covered hoppers filled with salt and one tank car. There was also no SD6D on this train, which is quite rare. After 16 went by, we headed to Binghamton for the Binghamton Train Show, and we also had lunch at Pudgy's on Robinson Street, where they make some really good pizza, and we couldn't help ourselves but to go there. And since CPQD in Binghamton is not too far away, we also checked that out. Norfolk Southern had a train blocking most of the view, but through the center beam we can see SD45 number 3618 from NYSW, originally Burlington Northern 6500. CPQD wasn't the only stop we made. We also stopped at milepost 599, famously known as Tunnel Hill, and I think the name speaks for itself. We also stopped at Harpersville Trestle until we made it to Afton, where we saw a clear signal. But these signals are not the ones that have been here. These are the new Darth Vader signals that replaced the old searchlights not 2 weeks ago. These two photos right here are only 2 weeks apart. One of the first trains these Darth Vader signals would serve was 30T. 30T had another ET44AC on the point, with SD70 AIC number 1214 trailing. "30 minutes after 30T passed CP587, a southbound MOW train made its way through town in Bainbridge, New York. This MOW train has maintenance equipment and an onboard kitchen and house for MOW crews to live and work with. What's cool about MOW trains is that a lot of the cars are from the 50s all the way to the 90s. Most of the former rolling stock comes from the N&W and Southern. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, the lead unit on this train was also an ET-44. The next day, 265 made its way south, with an SD-60E and two AC-44 C6Ms with power. They were passing the McDowell & Walker industry here. McDowell & Walker sees rail service with soybeans being delivered on a weekly basis. NS-31T will usually work the McDowell & Walker plant here, dropping off their covered hoppers, while 11R will pick up the covered hoppers to go south. However, this train wouldn't be stopping here, as they had to make their way to Binghamton and eventually Chicago, Illinois. One shipping container that is always of interest for me are these intermodal containers with refrigerators on the end. Usually these containers haul produce. They have a refrigerator on the end of them, and they're powered by diesel. Hub Group, JB Hunt, and INYU, aka Infinity Intermodal, are the three services that provide refrigerated containers on this train. And as 265 makes its way past the new Darth Vader signals down there, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. We'll see you around the bend. God bless.